Welcome to Lunch Break Reviews. This is a podcast about the things you love and the voices that do and don't. Each episode, we'll travel the realms of awesomeness, and I'll answer the question that we all ask ourselves every time we watch a movie or TV show. Where the hell do I know them from? I'll take a look at the directors, writers, and actors from the movie or TV shows that we're covering and then read some of the best good and bad reviews I can find based on title alone. I'll then give you my own thoughts as well. Also, you can make up your own mind if you want to watch the movie or TV show in under 30 minutes. I'm sure we'll even get into some comics from time to time. I'm the self-proclaimed Emperor of Awesome, Bradley Buchanan, and this is Lunch Break Reviews with the new episodes at least every Sunday. Today, I am talking about Alien Romulus. And I watched this, would have been 2 days ago. I'm recording this on the 18th of August. I watched this last Friday on the day it actually came out. I'm not a huge fan of Aliens. I'm more of a Predator guy myself, but I've watched them all. I've enjoyed them all. I don't go out of my way to watch them a lot. It's not a franchise that I repeat that I come back to, but I'm a fan. So it's right up my alley. I wanted to watch it. It was fun. I watched it at in ScreenX at B&B Theaters in Ankeny, Iowa, and it was amazing. I got to watch it with a buddy of mine, and Noah. We had a pretty darn good time, I would say so. I'm sure we'll be able to do a longer form podcast about the movie as well, probably in the near future. And I enjoyed it. My rating for this is going to be right in there, probably about 7.5 out of 10, or like a 4 out of 5, something like that. So just a little background information on the movie. This was released nationally on August 16th of 2024. IMDb has this rated at a 7.5 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes has it at 81% on the tomato meter and an 86% on the audience score, so not too far off as well. And critics say Sarah Michelle Fetters from MovieFreak.com, she gave this a 3 out of 4, and she says that Alvarez is flying fast and loose here, and suffice it to say, his energetic, creative vivaciousness does tend to be infectious. Ooh, well played, especially on the words. Kai Logan, Chicago Reader, he gave this a 2.5 out of 4. Alien Romulus feels made by and for people who are familiar with the component parts of an alien movie, but haven't ever seen one. Ouch. All right, fair enough. Marco Vito Odo from We Got This Covered gave us a 4 out of 5. While its dedication to fan service occasionally holds it back, Alien Romulus is still a thrilling addition to the franchise, thanks to director Fede Alvarez's dedication to visceral practical effects and new twists to the canon. Well said. I'm a huge fan of Fede Alvarez. We'll get into some of his stuff here in just a second. With that, let's go right into where the hell do I know them from? All right, where the hell do I know Fede Alvarez from? Let's take a look at his IMDb. And he's mostly known for writing Don't Breathe. He was the writer of Evil Dead. He's actually the writer and director of this. So he's writer of Evil Dead 2013. Don't Breathe 2, The Girl in the Spider Web. He was one of the writers of that. Texas Chainsaw Massacre back in 2022. Let's see here. Panic Attack, a short story he has written as well. So this is directing From Dusk Till Dawn, the series. He did an episode of there. Directed Evil Dead. Directed The Girl in the Spider's Web. So good stuff from him. Definitely, he has found where he exactly needs to be with his genre. Uh, and I will go see more of his stuff because he is freaking awesome. The other writing credit goes to Rodo Sagis. I'm way pronouncing that wrong. And he's known for pretty much the same stuff. Writer, producer, Don't Breathe, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Evil Dead. So you know exactly what you're getting with Rodo. Main stars. Kaylee Spaney plays Rain as the main character, the Sigourney Weaver, if you will. And they are known for Civil War, Priscilla, On the Basis of Sex, Bad Times, The El Royale. All of those are freaking awesome. She was Jessie in Civil War, Priscilla in Priscilla, which is based on Priscilla Presley. If you haven't seen it, I haven't watched that one, but I think it's streaming on Max, so I'll have to check it out. On the Basis of Sex was Jane in Ginsburg. Bad Times, The El Royale. If you have not seen it, she was Rose Summer Spring, and that it's a really good freaking movie. You should definitely watch that movie. Let's see if anything else jumps out. I mean, she was in all 8 episodes of Lyndon, of Devs. She played Lyndon in Devs. And Devs, it's a super great movie, and if you have not watched it, you should. She also in a music video of the All American Rejects called "Send Her to Heaven." So, well done. She was in Pacific Rim Uprising. She was Amara Namani in that, and she's the voice of Rain in Dead by Daylight. So, which is the same name of her character in this. So, interesting. All right, let's see who is next. David Johnson, he plays Andy in this, and wow, we'll get into him later, but he's known for his Gus Sackian industry. Isaac Turner in Deep State. In Gen Y, just a short, he played Theo. Endeavor, he was Cromwell Ames. Other than that, on his acting, IMDb, Murder's Easy, a TV show. He was in a couple episodes of that where he was Luke Fitzwilliams. Unit, the new series of podcast series. She's James Morley. Some good stuff there. I'm sure we'll see more stuff out of him, especially after this movie. Archie Renault plays Tyler in this, and Archie, mostly known for Morbius. I don't know whether that's good or bad. I'm sure I don't remember you in it. He played Bobby, and I probably won't be watching that one again. Voyagers, which he's Alex in Voyagers. Catherine Call Birdie, he's Edward the Monk. The Greatest Beer Run Ever, he's Tom Collins. Very good. The Jetty, he's Hitch in that. Upgraded, William. Shadow and Bone, that is where I recognized him from. Shadow and Bone. It makes sense now. All right. I love that show. So he's in 16 episodes of that as Malin Ortsev. I might have to go watch that again. Gold Digger, he was in that. 6 episodes of that. Hannah, the TV series, he played Feliciano. I can't talk. So good stuff from you. Man, Shadowbone, I'm going to go back and rewatch you. I know I recognize you from somewhere, Archie. Let's see who is next. We can do a couple more people here. Isabella Merced plays Kay. Probably the most familiar of the faces from the movie. She was Isabella in Transformers Last Night. She was Dora in the Lost City of Gold back in 2019. Lizzie in Instant Family. She's also Isabella Reyes in Sicario Day of the Soldado. Besides that, she was in Madam Web. Okay. Madam Web was not a good movie. She played one of the Spider Girls and was fantastic. She was good in it. Madam Web, not a good movie. She was of him in Migration. Rosaline, she played Juliet, Father of the Bride, Cora Herrera, Spirit and Friends, and Lucky. She had a voice in there. Maya and the Three, she was the Widow Queen voice. Bunch of stuff in there. Good job. We like you, and you are better than Madam Web. I felt like I had to make that dictation because of how bad that movie really, really was. Spike Fern plays Bjorn in this movie, and he was a Vandal in The Batman. Okay. He was in After Sun back in 2022, plays Ollie. And let's see what else he got in here. Tell Me Everything, 7 episodes of that, where he plays Lewis. Back to Black, that was a movie that just came out not long ago about Amy Winehouse. Newark TV series, a couple episodes of that. I remember him in Batman, but I haven't watched the Batman in a while, so might have to watch it again. So good job. Let's do one more person to round out the main crew here. Eileen Wu plays Navarro, and Eileen is known for really just a couple of things. This Skins the short, and then another short, Closing Doors. So this is her first big thing that she's done, and she was good in it. So well done there. All right, so now that we know where they came from, let's get into some reviews. I base my reviews I choose solely on the title alone and have not read through them. Please forgive me if I mispronunciate words. I normally no talk good. I'll do my best to read them as I see it, punctuation good, bad, and all. So let's find out what people are saying about Alien Romulus, shall we? But first, let's do a quick synopsis based on the best-selling never mind. Let's see, good synopsis, because I didn't write it down. While scavenging the deep end of the derelict space station, a group of young space colonists come face to face with the most terrifying life form in the universe. All right, now we know what it's about. We know who's in it. Let's get into the reviews. All right, we're going to start this with a bad review. All right, this is a 1 out of 10 from IMDb from the 16th of August of 2024 and is titled A Disappointing Turn for the Alien Franchise. Warning, spoilers, and this is a long one, so let's get to it. As a longtime fan of the Alien franchise, I walked into the theater with high expectations, hoping to see the blend of suspense, horror, and deep character development that made the previous film so iconic. Unfortunately, the latest installment falls drastically short of those hopes, leaving me not only disappointed but concerned about the future direction of this beloved series. One of the most glaring issues with the film is its lack of depth. The Alien franchise has always been more than just a series of sci-fi horror films. It's been about the psychological tension, the exploration of fear, and the complex dynamics between characters. In this latest movie, however, the depth is almost entirely absent. Instead of seasoned characters with rich backstories and real stakes, we're given a group of young actors who seem to be pretending to be adults. They lack the gravitas necessary to carry the weight of the story, and their performances unfortunately reflect that. It's hard to believe these characters could survive the brutal, unforgiving world that the Alien universe is known for, let alone convey the layered emotions of fear, independence, and survival. The only exception in the cast is Andy, who delivers a commendable performance. Andy's portrayal stands out as the sole bright spot in an otherwise uninspired ensemble. He brings a level of sincerity and depth that the other characters sorely lack, grounding his scenes in a reality that the rest of the film fails to achieve. But even Andy's performance isn't enough to save the movie from its many flaws. One of the most disappointing aspects in this film treatment of its AI character, a nod to a beloved character from a previous Alien film. Unfortunately, instead of offering a meaningful continuation or expansion of its character's story, the film reduces them to a shallow, half baked version of their former self. This feels like a missed opportunity to delve into the complexities of AI consciousness and its interactions with humans, themes, and were explored so effectively in earlier films. The direction and visual design also leave much to be desired. The previous Alien movies were known for their atmospheric settings, where every shadow and every corridor seemed to pulse with danger. In contrast, this film's sets are bland and uninspired, lacking the eerie beauty and intricate detail that made the earlier movies so memorable. It's clear that a lot of money was spent, but it certainly wasn't spent wisely. One of the most baffling choices was to have the alien incubation period last a mere 5 minutes. This rushed pacing strips the scene of any tension or suspense, reducing what should be a moment of sheer terror into something almost laughable, trivial. The decision to turn such a critical aspect of the alien life cycle into a quick throwaway moment speaks volumes about the film's misguided priorities. In the end, what we're left with is a shallow blockbuster that prioritizes flashy action over the mythic horror-driven storytelling that made Alien a legendary franchise. This latest installment feels like a disservice to the legacy of the earlier films, reducing them to mere fodder for a fast-paced scene-a-minute spectacle that lacks any real substance. My hope is that the next director will bring back the depth, maturity, and suspense that defined the original Alien films. We need a return to storytelling that respects the intelligence of the audience with characters who are capable of conveying the complex emotions of fear and resilience, and a director who can create an atmosphere that truly chills to the bone. Until then, this latest Alien film will remain a disappointment misstep in an otherwise stellar franchise. I liked the characters in there. I thought the character of Rain was really good, but you are right. Andy was the star of everything here. Um, I get some of your points. I disagree with them to a point, but I do think that some of them are valid. They seem like a bunch of young kids that didn't know anything and, playing the role of the adult. But I kind of think that was sort of intentional because they grow up, they're being in this mining thing. And I don't know, man, solid points. Good job. Let's do another quick bad review. All right, with a title like this, how could I not include it? This is a 1 out of 10 from the 16th of August, and it's called Alien Gen Z Go to Space. Warning spoilers. Wow. Comfortably one of the worst movies I've seen at the cinema. The cast and characters are awful. The music and sound effects are so overbearing and that any potentially sound effects are so overbearing and potentially dramatic moments are completely drowned out. The neurodivergent robot and not something I was expecting wanted to be over after 10 minutes. Hicks, German, Drake, Vask, Apone, Spunkmeyer, Farrow, Deitch, Frost, and Witzerbowski didn't die for this nonsense. How do these films get made? Who signs this up? Felt sorry for the xenomorph that it had to appear in something this low grade. Please make it stop. Would happily watch AVP2 50 times rather than have to go through this ever again. I got news for you, man. Guess what? You don't have to. You do not have to watch anything that you do not want to. There you go. Did he have any points on why it was bad? No, not really. Okay. And if you're only waiting 10 minutes, you're not giving the story enough time to cook, man. So sorry to say. Enough of the bad. Let's get on with some good reviews. All right, this is a 10 out of 10, and it's called A True Homage to the Alien franchise from the 17th of August, 2024. All right. And great attention to detail, amazing photography, and smart screenwriting makes this Alien movie the best since Aliens. It's remarkable how they managed to connect with the original movie without coming out with the some absurd storyline, somehow Palatine returned at the same time, at the ambience truly matched the original, the tech, the clothes, etc. Yes, Romulus is a slow burn, but this is the same reason that made Alien great in the beginning. Something that true horror fans will appreciate deeply. No cheap CGI, just practical effects and minimum green screen make this one of the finest movies in the Alien franchise. Yes, as one fellow reviewer said, this is truly the equivalent to Rogue One. Okay. If you're a real fan of the saga, you'll be able to recognize every sound graphic and soundtrack. Acting is good and true as well. You get to truly care for the protagonists and feel their emotions, something that previous Alien movies had failed. The movie is not afraid to innovate in some key aspects of the creature, our perfect organism, but it does it on an impeccable way and true to the canon. Where Alien 4 and Covenant failed, this movie truly succeeds. The third act is great, and you can only wish for a sequel in the end. I truly hope to see it. Thank you, Fede and Gallo. This is a truly amazing movie and a featured classic. If this movie fails the box office, I'll personally fund the sequel. Ha ha ha. PD, try your best to see it in IMAX. It is the second best movie I've seen this year on this format, only after Dune 2. I saw it in Screen X, mainly because I work for a movie theater, do all marketing for a movie theater. I get to watch movies for free. So I'm going to go see them and right out to pay for them. All right, let's do another good review. This is another 10 out of 10, and it's called The Return of Sci-Fi Horror, a thrilling comeback. From the 14th of August of 2024, I had high expectations before seeing this movie, and I was nervous that it might not live up to them. But it ended up exceeding them all, leaving me craving even more. The film captures the original Alien vibe that I've missed for so long. The story is both intriguing and thrilling, packed with suspense and jump scares. The atmosphere and world building are not only convincing, but also incredibly exciting. This movie delivers everything I could have hoped for in the genre, a genre it truly has to be. I don't get that line. What sets it apart from other horror films is the extra layer of philosophical questions and the exploration of human greed. This added depth makes it far more than just another horror movie. Okay, cool. I got nothing to add to that one. Another good review. All right, this one is a loving tribute and masterfully directed epic Alien plus 1, 2, 3, 4, and more. Well done. Warning spoilers. Holy cow, what a gigantic monumental production. Alien Romulus takes place about 20 years after Alien on the LV-426 homeworld. We saw it in the first movie. It is nearly completely terraformed. We have the mining colony population in a Blade Runner type environment. The Wayland Watuni Company is not looking good here. In any case, a group of indentured miners find that there is an abandoned Watani station in orbit. They believe that if they can get there, they can utilize it to complete a 9-year journey to a nice, safe planet. The problem is that the station was actually a xenomorph research platform that had a bad end. Dead in the water, as it were. Pre-spoiler discussion. The gigantic epic format of this movie is impressive. It covers about 4 complete acts that very graciously make overtures, Easter eggs, and homages to all the previous real Alien movies. That being 1 through 4 and Prometheus. All of the previous movies' music is referenced at some point. All the previous movies' Alien plot points are referenced as well, with great skill and beauty, homage after homage to the horror of the previous efforts is made. However, that leaves the magnificence of this movie's scope, range, and absolute mastercraft production in hand. Keep your ears open to all that alien ship beeps and computer noises right on the money. As usual, there is a timeline that keeps getting shortened. The pacing is impeccable. The complete immersion is known. Watani mechanical style is ubiquitous. I can't talk. Everything from the set details to the DOS computer readouts, the ever-present warning countdown imagery, and of course, Mother is present here as a standard Watani default computer program. The absolute joy is seeing about 500 of the facehuggers running around desperately trying to mate with the human mouse is stunning. The complete alien xenomorph life cycle is examined in detail. The final alien configuration is a wonder to behold. Spoiler discussion. The immersion of the LV-426 Blade Runner environment is completely engrossing. It is a nice little diversion for what feels like about 20 minutes to completely get you off guard for the Remus Romulus Wayland station in orbit. It is astounding to think that this movie is 1 hour and 59 minutes. What a triumph that is. We are all well aware of how to deal with and try to get rid of facehugger monstrosities, even though here are about 500 on the station. The brilliance of the director's efforts is the first chest buster issue is completely isolated from the rest of the crew's problems. In fact, the entire story is a series of isolations, from one section of the station to another, or their own ship to another. It stands as a brilliant series of puzzles for us to figure out. There is a direct link to Prometheus' black goo problem, even a straight answer to it. The use of this black goo in the movie is quite startling. The gigantic reach to Alien 4 combined with Prometheus is a brilliant plot point. Overall, this film is generally lovingly made mini follow-up to Alien. It fits right into the whole scheme and offers a chance to make more in the same vein. The heavy reliance on the synthetic people is well done and entrenched in alien lore. The Ash Factor is a beautiful touch. Absolute love the franchise. Even the parallel structure for the last 20 minutes of the Alien is pleasant surprise. Amazing film. Well done. Okay, here's a couple of my thoughts. The sibling chemistry between Callie Spaney and David Johnson, that's Rain and Andy, was wonderful. The cinematography was great. This is a wonderful addition to the Alien franchise, and it was done in a way that you don't have to watch the older ones, but want to as soon as you get home. I love 75% of this movie. Let's be real. I didn't like the end, but that's cool. I just wasn't a fan of the human alien hybrid thing. It just didn't hit for me. My rating on this one is still a 7.5 out of 10. A couple of awards I want to give out on this movie. Best actor, my favorite actor is David Johnson's Andy and Callie Spaney. Together, they were so amazing. Just their sibling connection was just fantastic. My least favorite character was Spike Fern Bajorn, but I think that was the point, really. The show stealer was David Johnson, Andy. And the level of movie fog that I got in this one was a 4 out of 5. I was invested in this movie. So well done. Well done, Alien. Of some upcoming movies and TV show that I will be covering, I'm pretty sure. The Crow next week. Afraid, Rings of Power Season 2. I'll be following that one along. Beetlejuice, and Speak No Evil. That list will get updated every week because I'll keep going for about a month. So you know what's coming up. Now it's your turn to decide on Alien Romulus. Where would you rank this? So you can find me, friend me, and follow me at Nerd Positive, TikTok at Nerd Positive 1, Instagram at The Pandemic 1. So let me know. Let's talk about it. If you feel there's more of a conversation, feel free to reach out. Let's talk. Who knows? Maybe you'll be the next guest on Nerd Positive. If you want to support the show, there's other ways to do so. You can go to buymeacoffee.com/nerdpositive. Go to Patreon at patreon.com/nerdpositive. PayPal or Venmo at Bradley Butan. I'm not going to say no, but most importantly, share the show with someone you want to make a little more important or a little more awesome. Don't forget to leave a 5-star review if you like this. Check out my kids' books, Loving and My Awesome, and Stuffed Animal Night Force versus the Dream Invaders. I got a couple more in the works. More information coming out soon. And this is a lunch break review of Alien Romulus. 30 minutes exactly right now. Haha. All right. Have a good day.